She said it casually, as if she were asking me to pass the salt. Maybe we should try an open marriage. The words floated between us, soft and harmless on the surface. But something in her voice, something too steady, split the air inside my skull. I felt my pulse slow, not rise, slow. That's how I know I'm in danger, when everything inside me becomes quiet, too quiet, like my mind is stepping outside itself to analyze the ruins before they fall. She didn't look at me when she said it. She kept wiping her hands on a kitchen towel, eyes lowered, face rehearsed. Rehearsed. That was the first fracture. The second came when her phone buzzed immediately after. A name flashed on the screen, not long enough for an average person to notice, but long enough for me. Her boss. I watched her hand dart to the counter, flip the phone over too quickly. Another break. I didn't speak. I didn't need to. The silence between us stretched into something sharp. She lifted her head slowly, finally meeting my eyes. "We're both adults," she whispered. "We can be honest with each other." Honest. The irony tasted metallic. She had no idea how honest I could be, or how dangerous honesty becomes when it's stripped of fear. I didn't answer her that night. I just studied her. The way her shoulders tightened, the way her breathing changed, the way guilt flickered behind her smile. I'd seen that smile before. Months ago, when she started working late, then traveling for training, then coming home smelling like hotel soap that our bathroom didn't own. I told myself I was imagining it. That marriage was a battlefield of doubt, not evidence. But now she'd opened the gate herself. Open marriage, meaning permission after the crime. I nodded slowly, pretending to consider it, watching her hope rise, a hope that wasn't about us, but about him. Whoever he really was when the office door closed. "My boss is Polly," she had said last week, casually, while scrolling through her emails, as if the detail meant nothing. At the time, I thought it was trivia. Now it felt like a confession wearing a mask. That night, while she showered, I looked at her phone on the counter. It was locked. 6 digits. I didn't try to guess. I didn't need to. People always hide their lies behind passwords, but the truth leaks out through patterns. Her sudden request, her sudden confidence, her sudden disinterest in hiding her excitement. She wanted legitimacy. She wanted permission. She wanted to step into someone else's arms without the burden of betrayal. Betrayal had already happened. She just wanted my signature on it. I went to bed early. She came in later, smelling of some hotel soap again, hair damp, skin flushed. I didn't ask, but inside something clicked firmly into place. Not anger, not heartbreak. Alignment. A purpose forming itself quietly, like a blade cooling in the dark. I began observing, not investigating, observing. Investigation implies desperation. I wasn't desperate. I already knew the truth. I just needed the right angle to catch its reflection. She became more relaxed now that she believed she'd opened the conversation. More texts, more smiles at her phone, more nights she claimed she was too tired. I saved everything, not her messages, but her patterns. Departure times, return times, excuses, pauses. Truth reveals itself most cleanly in repetition. Next came the digital trail. Not through her phone, through our shared cloud account. The one she forgot syncs automatically. Calendar entries, a hotel receipt forwarded to her email, a private photo folder she thought she'd hidden. She wasn't careful. Infidelity turns people bold, arrogant, careless. Then I checked the company directory, LinkedIn, any publicly available trace of him. Her boss, married, 2 kids, perfect reputation. Perfect men always have the darkest shadows. My expression never changed during those days. At breakfast, I cracked eggs while she typed her good morning message to him. At night, she fell asleep facing the wall, smiling into dreams I no longer existed in. I watched everything, not because I needed to confirm she was cheating, but because I wanted to understand her. to understand the kind of person who looks at a loyal partner, a stable home, a life built with steady hands, and decides to gamble it for after-hours attention from a superior. She thought I was slow, passive, naive. She never realized that quiet men are only quiet because they're listening. By the end of the week, I had enough evidence to reconstruct her entire double life. Still, I didn't confront her. Confrontation is emotional. I preferred strategy. The evidence arrived in one final, accidental message, a photo she meant to send him. She sent it to me instead. Her in his office, the blinds half closed, his jacket on the chair behind her. Her smile unmistakably intimate. No filter, no shame, no way to misinterpret it. She realized her mistake instantly. She burst into the bedroom, breathless, pale. It's not what you think. I held my phone up without expression. I know. 2 words. Enough to kill the illusion she'd tried so hard to maintain. Her knees almost gave out. Please listen, I was confused. We were just talking. Nothing happened. Not really. Not really. The phrase liars use when they're cornered. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't accuse. I simply handed her a small folder. Printed screenshots, dates, receipts, the hotel confirmations, the photo she didn't delete fast enough from the cloud. Everything. Her hands shook violently. "Why didn't you say anything?" she whispered. "I wanted to see how far you would go." She broke then, not into tears, but into fear. Real fear. I placed a single envelope on the table. Divorce papers. Already prepared, already signed. Her breath hitched. "You already knew?" "I knew the moment you asked for permission to betray me twice." She covered her mouth. "I don't want a divorce. I made a mistake. I didn't know how to fix it. That's why I'm fixing it for you." Her legs buckled. She gripped the table like the ground was tilting beneath her. "Please, don't do this. We can go to therapy. I can cut him off. I'll quit my job." "You already quit your marriage." I slid a pen toward her. A quiet offering. A death sentence made of paper. She didn't sign immediately. Betrayers always think they can negotiate the terms of their consequences. But eventually, with trembling fingers, she did. Her signature looked like a vein splitting. When it was done, I stood, took my coat, and walked toward the door. She collapsed into a chair, sobbing into her hands, the sounds breaking against the wall she'd built around herself. I felt nothing, not rage, not triumph, just release. The house felt different as I walked out, lighter, as if the lies had been holding the walls up and now they were finally allowed to breathe. People think betrayal destroys you. It doesn't. It reveals you. It strips away the illusions you were protecting, the stories you were telling yourself to feel safe. She asked for an open marriage. What she got was an open exit. Not dramatic, not violent, just final. She thought love made me weak. She never realized clarity makes me lethal. I reached the gate, felt the night settle on my shoulders, and understood something simple. Some stories don't end with revenge. They end with freedom. And sometimes, freedom is the coldest revenge of all.